going on, guys? Got another product review here, and this is for a very cool product. This is the Blueskysea DV688 1080p full high definition motorcycle camera. Now, as you can see, it's got a dash and it's got two cameras on it. And what this is, it's actually advertised as a motorcycle dash cam, if you will. Kind of like how in your cars you have got a dash camera for your car, so if you get into an accident or anything like that, you can actually record that and have that as evidence in those types of scenarios. So it's full high definition, 1080p. It's waterproof. The LCD screen is 2.4 inches. It's got a 130-degree wide-angle view, and it's actually got a G sensor built into it, or I guess an accelerometer. So if you were to get in a crash, it will automatically, I think, not only record if you're not already recording, but it will actually make that a pinpoint of the video. So here is the monitor itself, and let's, if I can get this out of here, it's in there pretty tight. Oh, here we go. Really solid design. It's actually really nice. I'm not too sure. Obviously, these are all your connectors to connect it to the cameras. This has to be kind of confused. We'll figure it out on what everything connects up to. But this is your monitor. This is how you can select everything and go from there. I'm going to do a full ride review with this camera. Also, I thought it would be pretty cool if I can have the camera mounted as I'm riding for additional footage when I'm going to and from up in the mountains or in town or anything like that. So let's see, let's get into the goodness gracious at all of this material. So here is one of the cameras. I'm not too sure it matters which one's front or rear. We'll obviously be able to tell that once we get into it. But here's the camera itself. You've got your lens. It's very similar to that of a GoPro mount. So you can angle it however you'd like. And it does look like, I was hoping like you could mount it to the bottom of the headlight like this, so that way it can point out, but I think it may have to be on the fender like this, pointing out. So here's one camera. Looks like we got one connector here. Oh, it looks like this is just probably just extensions. Here's your second camera here with a lot of cable. What else we got? We've got all types of attachments and mounts, and all this stuff is GoPro style mounts, so it'll be very easy to mount this. And if you have GoPro mounts or adapters already, then that's going to be an easy way to mount it. Let's get rid of that. Here is a lot of extra stuff. Let's find out. Zip ties, definitely need lots of those. More zip ties, more GoPro stuff. USB. Oh, so it looks like micro SD. You know, it can take 128 gigabyte max, but it doesn't come with one. You know, records an MP4. Looks like we've got our whatever this is. This is neat. Oh, and this looks like it could be. Oh, this is actually for the camera mount. That is really cool. Oh man, that's neat. So screws on like so, and there's your. Wow, that's actually really cool. There's your mount right there, 3M mount. That's actually really nice. I was kind of concerned on how to mount this, but it looks like they've got it figured out pretty well. Did it not come with a manual? Manuela? Is there anything in the box I missed? Uh-oh. So that right there is kind of, doesn't seem to be, you know, usually when you make this stuff you include a manual, if I'm not wrong. So that is not very cool. So that leaves me to figure out what everything else is. So when I go to install everything, this will be this will tell me what's what. So let's see if I can't power this up to a battery real quick and see if I can't turn this thing on, and that way we can go over everything that comes on in this dash and go from there. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so for right now I've got it just wired up to the battery off of the Z, so I've got that removed. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hook up one of these two cameras real quick, and just to see what it looks like. Now it looks like you will have to wire this to an ignition power source, so you can't just straight wire it from the battery. It looks like that will be, because this light's going to stay on the entire time, and it just doesn't look like that's what you want it to do. So there is one camera. Oh, and you can switch through the cameras as well when on your display. So that's pretty cool. I guess this is the part of where it's got to be waterproof, and I'm just ripping the tab there. There we go. I think it's a little overkill on this little tab here. But yeah, you put your micro SD card in there. Looks like that's where all the extra stuff is too. Wiring and whatnot like that, and then you've got a reset button down in there. So I guess I get the design. It's got to be super waterproof for it to not let rain or anything like that get in it. But I'm very interested to see what the rest of this stuff is. So I guess I looked into this. It's the lock sensor, so it's the G sensor that activates. So I'm assuming if you get into a pretty bad situation, and it'll only work when recording, it'll lock the file, so it won't record over it, it won't auto loop. So what it is when you go into this loop feature, and you go into loop video every 1 minute, so it'll loop every continuous 10 minutes, so it'll only store that 10 minutes of recording time. I would imagine, again, I'll put this on the bike and do a review and ride and see exactly what it does, but I would imagine that's what that function is there for. So when it locks, you can hit it, you can press it, or it'll be activated by the G sensor. It will not delete that file when it loops over. So that's pretty cool, because it's not storing, you know, if you ride all day, you can end up with more than 64 gigabytes of recording, and this thing only holds, I think it said about 128 gigabytes of recording. So, and then you can power on and off the screen itself. But yeah, I mean, it's actually a pretty neat little deal. This is definitely for those commuters that ride to and from work, that want to have that extra footage there of that safety net. So if you do get into an accident and you don't want to carry a big GoPro on your helmet, or a GoPro on your bike, or you want something that's, you know, that's for you, that would actually be a pretty good fit for your daily commute and everything like that, this would actually be really nice to have. Now, for my application, will I keep it on my bike? More than likely not, just because of the fact that, you know, I'm going to take my bike racing and everything like that, and, you know, I don't believe that, you know, most organizations will allow me to keep that on there if when I go racing. But some of them, they might let it slide, and it could be extra footage and stuff like that. So that'll be pretty interesting to see if they do or do not, I should say, take it on or off. Kind of like if you guys watch MotoGP, they have front and rear facing cameras, which is pretty neat. So I'm excited to try it out. Be sure to subscribe, guys, if you want to see the upcoming video for the road test review. Again, I'm pretty excited, because this thing's going to mount really easy, really solid. We'll check and see how it handles the vibrations and things like that. Again, I'll wire it up to where it's on to an ignition power, so it's only using the battery while the bike's running. Because if you just hook this thing up, it's, as of right now, it's draining its battery, and sooner than later the battery will eventually die and have no power in it. So excited to try all this stuff out. It's pretty neat. Definitely go check it out. Check out the link down below in the description. It's got the link to the DV688 motorcycle camera dual channel, and if you guys are interested in this is going to be the way to go. From my understanding, this is the latest and greatest product, and don't be afraid of all this wiring. These are your extenders for your cameras. You know, you've got your power cord, which that needs to be pretty lengthy, but it comes with a USB charger. What this is exactly for, I couldn't tell you right off the top of my hand. That's also included. And the GPS function, you have to get an adapter for it. So that's what this yellow part is. You can put the G sensor lock on there, you can put the GPS unit on there, however you wanted to do it. That's completely up to your discretion, but it comes with a lot of accessories to mount it. You can even mount, it looks like the camera mount with a GoPro mount too. So your options are really endless. Again, I can't wait to put this on the bike and do a ride up in the mountains with it and have that front and rear facing view, and that could also be an extra angle for you guys when you watch. It does have the time at the bottom, what time it is, what the date is. That obviously has to be updated, and I'm pretty sure when I go to edit it, screen went blank. Oh, that's because it has a, I guess, a screensaver or a power saver option on it if you don't touch it, which is nice. So that'll be interesting to see, and also what's going to be cool is you can change your camera, right, to front or rear facing camera. So if you're riding and you want to see what's behind you, you've got a rear view mirror, which is pretty cool. So I'm excited to try it out. Be sure to check out the link in the video below. Also, stay tuned for the full ride review of this item and see how it actually performs out on the road. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I will be sure to leave everything down below, and if you have any questions about this product, leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer it. Tell me what you think about a motorcycle dash camera setup. If you guys ever thought you'd use something like this, if you ever thought you'd want to have something like this, and if you have one yourself and you're using it right now. So drop a comment, leave a like, and stay tuned for that ride review. See you guys next time.